the concept of citizenship, wisdom and courage, moderation, justice. These are kind of the cardinal virtues that Culver looks to as the standards for what we want our kids to take away.
We're into character building. We're into leadership.
To watch a child go from a 9-year-old with not knowing anything and having to go through an intense schedule to having a jacket full of patches and rank and that he's proud of, it's something amazing.
Kids away from home at this age sometimes flounder, but most of the time really flourish. And it's so nice to see the kids grow during that time.
One of the good things that happens is we treat your children as if they were our own. We treat them the way we would want our child treated.
Staffing is a huge challenge and a legitimate question for families to have. You know, if they're going to send their child off to somewhere for 6 weeks, who is going to take care of my child is a very important question for families, and we would want them to ask that question.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I met you yesterday.
Yes.
Welcome back.
I'm the co-director of Student Life, and that means that I am in charge of the counselors on campus from orientation and all the way through camp to make sure their structure's in place, to make sure that their lives are running smoothly.
The staff is made up of a variety of people. Most of them are individuals with Culver background or Culver knowledge. A lot of them have either been graduates of the summer program themselves or graduates of Culver Military Academy and Culver Girls Academy.
We have probably one of the best staffs in the country year after year. We've got experienced staff that are here every year. We really supervise the kids tremendously.
Others in the group are individuals that have been with us maybe some 10, 15, 20, 25 years.
Our instructors come from basically everywhere. We try to recruit, some people that for some of the specialty classes.
There are some that don't have any Culver background, but that find us on the web or through maybe a word of mouth, and so consequently we're looking at those individuals to kind of give us some fresh eyes. It's always good to have some new thoughts as well, not just those that always have been at Culver or always have some background.
I remember my counselor, I had a great counselor, and I remember how much she inspired me to be a camp counselor, that when I was old enough, I was I have to go back. I want to do that for a kid that what someone else did for me.
The counselor is probably the most critical piece in the staff picture that we have at Culver.
We ask our counselors to be big brothers, big sisters, parents, best friends, the whole 9 yards. They're young people from colleges around the country.
And they are the ones that have that daily contact with the kids. They're the ones that are trying to give them a sense of what Culver is all about.
Well, one thing we do as a cabin when campers first get here is we kind of do a group bonding session, make rules for the cabin, kind of get to know each other.
For that counselor to be able to get to know the child, get to understand what their goals are, to get to know mom and dad through the course of the summer is a very important piece of what makes Culver successful.
And I think that every single student bonds with at least one of the three, if not all three, counselors. And by living together, by knowing that they care about them, but yet they're going to supply boundaries that they must obey. And I think by doing that, and the praise and the rewards that they get from the counselors by the way that they perform, causes them, by having an experience that maybe isn't easy at all times, I think it makes the bond tighter is because going through it together helps to cement it.
They just look up to you so much, and you don't even realize how much of an impact you're having until 6 months later when they send you an email and tell you that they wrote an essay about you or something like that. It means a lot.
I'll never forget the day one of my moms, she came up to me, she goes, "My kid has been so good since she's like, you gave me a different child after those 6 weeks. She matured, she's completely different." I felt like my job was done. It feels so good. To know that you can inspire a little kid, it's really rewarding.
There are so many things that are rewarding. It's really hard to put it into a few words, but the reward of working with young people and seeing them grow so quickly in so many positive ways, and to see so many happy people around campus doing things that they're thoroughly enjoying and knowing that they're safe and are benefiting from the program and benefiting from the classes that they're in, I think is very satisfying.
Probably the most rewarding thing that I have is just the experience of watching young people grow. It's been very rewarding to me over the years to see people come back.
The rewards of being a staff person here are just innumerable. To watch these kids grow in their confidence from day one of week 1 to the end of week 6, to see them grow, it's the reward of the job.
It's the way that they make it worthwhile. You really feel like you're doing something. You know, it's not just coming to work, you're coming to make a difference on somebody's life.
When you give us your child, at the end of 6 weeks, they will not be the same. They will be that much better.
I think Culver has the opportunity, it's a kind of an experiential laboratory really, to bring kids from around the world. And we had 37 countries on campus this summer. It's an opportunity for a child to learn how to lead in a multicultural environment.
Seeing the kids go through this and knowing that they're only together for 6 weeks, and to see the compassion and the friendships and the love they have for each other when they leave, and then the excitement that builds all year for them to come back and see their friends and do better in sports and do better in the relays and do better in the races is amazing to me that can happen in 6 weeks, that the friendships can form and the relationships build, and the spirit of this place is very hard to put in words.